Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Radha Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram 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 Ram,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, 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 Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram Rama Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gauranga Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Ram Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Ram Rama
Hare
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 Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Rama,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram 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 Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare, Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Namaste
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Jani Shesha
Hare
Shinari Pachat Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Shri Jagadar
Hare
Dasar Lord Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram 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 Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Krishna 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 Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, Prasad Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Lalita Mahadevi, Hadanavad Pranam. All gracious Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev, Lalitman Prabhu, Muralidhar Prabhu, who else there? Radhika
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhu and Mataji. Dhanavad pranams to everybody.
Yeah,
Hare
yeah,
Krishna, Prabhupada said Mataji.
yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanapana.
So we'll start. Mangalacharana is Lalitman Prabhu. Haribol.
Prabhu, నన్ను అడిగింది.
Ah,
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Yes.
okay.
ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. నారాయణం నమస్కృత్యం నరం చైవ నరోత్తమం దేవీం సరస్వతీ వ్యాసం తతో జయాముదీరయే. దష్టప్రాయేషు భద్రేషు నిత్యం భాగవత సేవయా. భగవతి ఉత్తమ శ్లోకే భక్తిర్భవతి నైష్టికీ. కృష్ణాయ వాసుదేవాయ దేవకీ నందనాయ చ నందగోపకుమారాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః. నమో మహావదన్యాయ కృష్ణ ప్రేమ ప్రదాయతే కృష్ణాయ కృష్ణ చైతన్య నామినే గౌరద్విషే నమః. నమః పంకజనాభాయ నమః పంకజమాలినే నమః పంకజనేత్రాయ నమస్తే పంకజాంగనే. నమ ఓం విష్ణుపాదాయ కృష్ణప్రేష్టాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతి భక్తివేదాంత స్వామి నిధి నామిత. నమస్తే సరస్వతీ దేవి గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణి నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశధారిణి. జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధర శ్రీవాసాది గౌరభక్త బృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే. హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yatkrupadamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastam Gaturpiva Yasmaret Pundari Kaksham Sabahya Abhyantaram Suchi Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Om Tadvishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Surayo Diviva Chakshuratatam Sadviprasa Vipanyo Jagraham Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so we are reading from Bhagavad Gita, third chapter. So let me share screen once. BG 3.10. Krishna is telling in the context of karma kanda to karma yogi. So that is the understanding from these verses. So we will learn some verses. Two verses we'll chant. Okay, then we'll continue. So let me share my screen once. You all able to see? You all able to see screen?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, screen is good. Okay, now before that, let me show you this is the thing. Last time we have completed these 9 verses. Section 1 to renunciation or work. Arjuna asks if it is a better to be situated in knowledge or work, as if two were opposed to each other. And then 3.3 to 3.9, Nishkama Karma Yoga, work combined with knowledge and detachment, offer the fruit of the work for the satisfaction of Krishna, and Nishkama Karma Yoga allows the soul to be purified through detached activities. And today we'll continue from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga, 3.10 to 3.16, that is section 3. If one cannot perform detached, dutiful work, it is better to follow Karma Kanda section of Vedas, but do it for Krishna's pleasure. All the Vedic duties which prescribe sacrifices, etc. So I'm sharing now here. Okay. Yes. Please chant with me. Sahayajna praja sristva
सहयज्ञा प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
पुरोवाचा प्रजापतिः
पुरोवाचा प्रजापतिः
अनेन प्रसविष्याध्वम्
अनेन प्रसज्याहम्
एष वोस्विष्टकामधुक्.
येष वोतिष्ठ्य कामधुक्.
Four lines together. Sahayajna praja sristva purovacha prajapati anena prashavishyadvam esha astvishta kamadhuk.
सहयज्ञा प्रजा सृष्ट्वा
सहयज्ञा प्रजा सृष्ट्या पुरा प्रोक्त
पुरोवाचा प्रजापतिः
पुरोवाचा
अनेन
प्रजापतिः अनेन
प्रसविष्यात्वम्
सविष्ठ्यातम्
एष वोष्ट्वा
येष
इष्टकामधुक्.
कामधुक्.
Okay. Meaning, mother చేయండి.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणामालु माता जी, हर प्रभु जी लगे. सहायज्ञ प्रजा सृष्ट्वा पुरोवाचा प्रजापतिः अनेन प्रसविनिष्वद्यम् येष वा इष्टकामधुक्. येष वा अस्तु इष्टकामधुक्. శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదుల వారి అనువాదము. సృష్టారంభమున సర్వజీవులకు ప్రభువు అయినట్టి భగవానుడు ప్రజలను మరియు దేవతా సమూహములను విష్ణు ప్రీత్యమైన యజ్ఞములతో సహా సృష్టించి జగత్తునకు పంపుతూ, ఈ యజ్ఞములచే మీరు సంపన్నులు కండు, ఎందుకనగా వీని ఆచరణ మీ సుఖమయ జీవనమునకు మరియు బంధ విముక్తికి కావలసిన సర్వాభీష్టములను నెరవేర్చును అని పలికి ఆశీర్వదించను. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
Thank you. English, Mata. English, anyone? So Prasad Prabhu, Pradyuman Prabhu, please read. Yeah. Continue,
Hare
please.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavad pranams.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yes.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the beginning of creation, the Lord of all creatures sent 4 generations of men and demigods along with sacrifices for Vishnu. and blessed them by saying, "Be thou happy by this yajna sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieving liberation."
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
yeah. Be thou happy by this sacrifice, because its performance will bestow upon you everything desirable for living happily and achieve liberation. Yeah, so let us continue. Text 11. Devan bhavayate bhavayata nena. Okay. Devan bhavayata nena.
देवान् भावयतानेन
भवयतानेन
Te deva bhavayantu va.
ते
ते
देवा
देवा
भावयन्तु
भावयन्तु
वः
वा
Bhava, okay. Te deva bhavayantu va.
ते
ते
देवा
देवा
भावयन्तु
भावयन्तु
वा
वा
Parasparam bhavayanta.
परस्परं
परस्परं
भावयन्तः
भावयन्तः
Mhm. Parasparam. Sanskrit language. Mutually. Parasparam. Okay. Shreya param avapsyata.
श्रेया
श्रेयः
परम्
परमवाप्स्यत
अवाप्स्यथ
परमवाप्स्यत
Very nice. 4 lines together. Devan bhavayatanena. Te deva bhavayantu va. Parasparam bhavayanta. Shreya param avapsyasa. Again. Shreya param avapsyata. Yes.
देवान्
देवान्
भावयतानेन
भावयथानेन
Deva
ते
bhavayanta.
देवा भावयन्तवः
परस्परं भावयन्तः
Parasparam
परस्परं
bhavayanta.
भावयन्तः
Shreya
श्रेयः
param
परस्परं
avapsyata.
परमवाप्स्यथ
Hari bol. Jai. Jai. Mata.
देवान् भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वाः यन्तवः परस्परं भावयन्तः శ్రేయః పరమం అవాప్స్యత. శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదుల వారి అనువాదం. యజ్ఞములచే తృప్తి చెందిన దేవతలు కూడా మీకు ప్రీతిని కలిగించుదురు. అట్లు మానవులు మరియు దేవతల నడుమ పరస్పర సహకారముతో అందరికీ శ్రేయస్సు చేకూరును. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
Jai. Chandra Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna. Translation purpose Prabhupada. The demigods, being pleased by sacrifices, will also please you, and thus by cooperation between men and demigods, prosperity will reign for all.
Read, Panal. Okay. Okay. We'll stop here anyway. We'll continue tomorrow. So we'll continue. So this section talks about Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. So we'll see. Thank you so much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So today we will continue the remaining that 4.15 Subodhini guide. So that's where we are here. Okay. King Pruthus appearance and coronation. That's we also read translations as well as purports. Let us read some points from this book. Subodhini, huh? Who wants to read this section? Can
I'll
you
read,
continue?
Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, 4.15 King Pruthus appearance and coronation. 1 to 10 appearance of Prithu and Archi. 1 to 2 after churning it, two arms of the king Veena, a male and female appear. 2 to 6 sages spoke. Prithu and Archi are partial representation of the Lord and his eternal consort Lakshmi. 7 to 10 the Devatas celebrate Prithu's appearance. Brahma confirms that Prithu is the Lord of partial representation. 11 to 10 coronation of Prithu. 11 to 13 paraphernalia, presentations and Prithu's splendor. 14 to 20 various personalities offer gift to King Prithu. 21 to 26 Prithu humbly deserts the bats. 21 to 22 I haven't displayed these qualities. Your words shouldn't go in vain. Shouldn't go in vain. Yeah. 23rd, glorify me in future when I exhibit them in my absence. Offer prayer to Lord, not me. 24 to 26, such praise could be in insult or criticism. I am not famous now. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Thank you. So now we'll see. Oh, let us talk. Let's come out this. Okay. Lavanya, you start. Hare Krishna, Lavanya. Lalita Madhavi.
Yeah. 1 to 10, appearance of Prithu and Archie. First one, churning the arms. The sages then churned the 2 arms of King Vena, dead body, and from which a male and female couple, Mithunam, appeared. Second one, divine couple. The learned sages were pleased to see the couple. They understood that an empowered expansion of Lord Vishnu, Shaktya had appeared. Thus they spoke. 3 to 6, sages speak about Prithu and Archie. Prithu and Archie. The male is Prithu, is plenary expression of the power of Vishnu, who maintains the word, that was Bhuvana Palini. And the female is Archie, is a plenary expansion of Lakshmi, who is never separated from the Lord. Prithu. Prithu will be the first among kings, Prathamo Rajnam, and his reputation will expand widely. This is Prithu Shrava. Archie. She is endowed with beauty that beautifies the ornament she wears, will accept King Prithu as her husband. The Lord and Sri appeared. The Lord has appeared as King Prithu to protect the people of the world, and Sri, the Lord's constant companion, has partially incarnated as Archie to become King Prithu's queen.
Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Next, yeah. So, read this one. Any devotee? Small paragraph.
I'll go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Prabhu, పైన ఒక ఫస్ట్ లైన్ కనబడుతుంది. 6th నుంచి వచ్చింది.
7 to 10.
7 to 10. Okay. Jubilation of Prithu's appearance. Text 7. Praises. At that time, the Brahmanas praised King Prithu. Gandharvas sang his glories. Siddhas showered flowers, and Apsaras danced in ecstasy. Text 8. Auspicious sounds. Conches, bugles, drums, and kettle drums vibrated in outer space. Great sages, forefathers, and persons of the heavenly planets arrived. Text 9 to 10. Brahma's conclusion. Lord Brahma arrived there along with the Devatas. Seeing the marks of the club on the King Prithu's right hand and the lotus on his feet, Lord Brahma could understand that King Prithu was the Lord's partial representation. Note point here. Before accepting someone as an incarnation of God, one should verify his identity according to the symptoms mentioned in the Shastras. Thank you, Prabhu.
Jai. Thank you. Very nice. His appearance is glorious because it's through the sage's mantra and after purifying the body of King Vena, thrice, demon came, Bahuka, and 2 arms, one female and one male. Female is Archie and male is Prithu Maharaj. It's through the mantras only. How a person can come from a dead body? Because the power of mantra and because pure Brahmanas, devotees. In one way, it's devotees actually. They can chant the mantras and this glorious. That's why Prithu's birth is just not like mother's womb. So any pastime, if you see Krishna's, their forms is different, not like regular. Continue. Let us continue. 11 to 20, coronation of Prithu. So who wants to do? Let me see. Chandramal Prabhu, want to read?
Next, bro.
Prasad Prabhu, continue please.
Okay, bro. 11 to 20. Coronation of Prithu. 11. Paraphernalia. The learned Brahmanas then arranged for King Prithu's coronation. People collected different paraphernalia for the ceremony. 12. Presentations. All the rivers, seas, hills, mountains, serpents, cows, birds, animals, the sky, the earth, and all living entities collected various presentations to offer the king. 13. Prithu's splendor. King Prithu was exquisitely dressed and coronated. Abhishek. Together
Abhishekta.
Abhishekta. Together with his well-ornamented wife, Archie, they appeared exactly like fire.
Jai. Table చదవండి టేబుల్ కూడా.
Various 14 to 20. Various personalities offer gifts to King Prithu. 14. Kuvera, he has given golden royal throne. Varuna, he has given umbrella sprayed 5 fine water particles brilliant like moon. Okay. 15th. Vayudeva has given 2 chameras. Okay. Dharma has given flower garland which would expand his fame. Indra has given excellent crown. Crown he has given. Okay. Yama is a scepter and a punishing rod to the rule the world. తర్వాత 16th. Okay, Brahma, 16th sloka. Brahma has given armor made of spiritual knowledge. Wow. Saraswati Devi has given transcendental necklace. Lord Hari has given Sudarshana Chakra. Okay, Lakshmi Devi has given imperishable opulences. Very nice. 17th sloka. Lord Shiva has given sword marked with 10 wounds. So Lord Shiva has given a sword marked with 10 wounds. Okay. Durga Devi has given shield marked with 10 wounds. Soma has given horses made of nectar. Okay. Vishwakarma has given beautiful chariot. Very nice. Sloka 18. Agnideva has given bow made of the horns of goats and cows. Surya has given arrows as brilliant as sunshine. Oh, he has given arrows, Surya Dev. Okay. Bhumi has given slippers with a magic power. Devatas has put flowers again and again. Next. 19. K.
Kechara.
Okay. Okay. Drama, singing, music, and the power to disappear. Sages has given infallible blessings. Ocean has given a conch. Then 20. Seas, mountains, and rivers have given path for his chariot. Oh, sea has given a path. Mountains also have given a path. Rivers also given a path. And he can go through seas, mountains, and rivers very easily. Wow, very nice. Boards has given prayers and praises. అంటే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి అన్ని ఇచ్చారు ప్రభుజీ.
బాట్స్ అంటే ఏమండి?
ఎవరి దగ్గర ఉందో అందులో బెస్ట్ తీసుకుని
అదే
ఇచ్చారు.
వెతుకుతా అదే కరెక్ట్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ బర్డ్స్?
ప్రభు పక్కన పాడుతూ ఉంటారు కదా పొద్దున రాజు వస్తే.
బర్డ్స్. ఓకే. A poet. Okay. A poet, a traditionally one reciting particular oral tradition. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Lalita
Yeah,
Madhavi
prayers.
Mataji. Congratulations, Mataji. So after your initiation, it's the first time I joined. Congratulations.
Yeah, and for the new name also visible on the participant list. New
Yes.
name
Thank you, Prabhuji.
visible.
Because of Krishna's mercy and Guru Maharaj mercy and our Siksha Guru's blessings, Prabhuji.
Mataji, so wonderful name. Very easy to remember.
You all are like Siksha Gurus to me. I'm learning. Yeah. Thank you.
I am seeing Pallavi Mataji. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
బాగున్నారా? Hare Krishna.
బాగున్నాను Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you for joining, Mataji. Please read something. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto.
Okay.
This is called 4th canto, 15th chapter. King Prithu's appearance and coronation. Is a great king, exemplary king, Rajarshi. Appearance and his coronation. That is a chapter entitled as. Please continue from this section. 21 to 26. Please continue.
21. Prithu's grave speech. Seeing the professional bards, the Sutta, Magadha, and Vandi praise him, the greatly powerful Prithu smiled, and with the gravity of thundering clouds, Megha Nirhadaya spoke as follows. Nirhridaya. 22nd. I haven't yet displayed the qualities. O gentle Sutta, Magadha, and Vandi, how can these qualities be directed to me as I have not yet displayed them? The bards might say, what fault is there if we praise you? 22. Your words shouldn't go in vain. If I do not display these qualities, your words will go in vain and you will incur sins. So it is better that they be offered to someone else. All these qualities will become manifest in the future. Then glorify me in the future when I exhibit those qualities in my absence. What should we do? Inspired by the assembly, we have begun to glorify you. Offer prayers to the Lord. The gentle should offer prayers to the Lord and not to a low human like me. But you are the supreme Lord, worthy of praise. Praise as insult. How can a person allow his followers to praise him for his future qualities and activities? Such praise is simply cheating or an insult. Praise as criticism. Saintly, modest, and magnanimous persons do not like to hear themselves praised. They consider it a criticism of their abilities. I am not famous now. Right now, I am not very famous for my personal activities. Therefore, how could I engage you in praising me for those activities?
Oh, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. This chapter done. So, what is this section is all about? Prutu humbly dissuades the bards, praising. He doesn't want any praise because he didn't do any performance. This is the thing. Praise as an insult. He's feeling like that way. Praise as criticism. I'm not famous now, like that. So this is where offer praise to the Lord. The gentle should offer prayers to the Lord and not to a low human like me. His feelings, humbly feelings. I haven't yet displayed any qualities. I'm just born like that. Prutu gives grave speech. Prutu's grave speech. Okay. So let me share a few things. As we are continuing the pastimes, just like we did previously. Dhruva Maharaj pastime continuously we read, 6-7 chapters continuously to understand the story of the complete Dhruva Maharaj pastimes in Bhagavatam. So now we are here. So what will we all decide? We'll continue Bhagavatam or what is the idea? Let me share once the chapters, so that we can understand. SB7, not 7, SB4.14 now. This is just an assume. I just want to go here. Okay, creation of the fourth order. So this is where, the highlighted one, if you see. Highlighted means we have completed like that. Blue is like this. Completed in one way. Daksha pastime, Lord Shiva pastime. So Sati quits her body. These are one way we have gone through. Complete understanding of the pastime. And here Dhruva Maharaj pastime also. Complete chapters, all the 6-7 chapters. And now we are reading through the story of King Venadan, King Prutu's appearance and coronation. That's where we are here. So
Prabhuji will continue, Prabhuji.
We'll
Because,
continue this Prithvi
we'll
Maharaj
continue.
story. Appudu
Prabhuji,
complete
we
అయితది కదా
continue with the
మొత్తం.
Prithvi Maharaj chapter. Okay.
ఇదంతా
Episode.
complete.
Prithvi Maharaj చాలా ఉంటుంది ప్రభు. మెయిన్ లాస్ట్ లో ఇవి ఉంటాయి కదా, ఇంద్రుడు వస్తాడు కదా. సో వి విల్ కంటిన్యూ వెన్ వి హావ్ స్టార్టెడ్ ఇట్.
100 అశ్వమేధ.
ఎందుకంటే మిగతా స్క్రిప్చర్స్ ఫాస్ట్ గా అవుతున్నాయి, అంత ఫాస్ట్ గా అవ్వట్లేదు ప్రభు. భాగవతం కూడా
ఓకే అది కూడా కరెక్ట్.
రిలేటివ్లీ అవి అయిపోతాయి ఇప్పుడు. విత్ ఇన్ 1 year లోపు అవి అయిపోతాయి. ఇవి అవ్వవు, ఇది అవ్వదు. ఇది ఇంకో 8 ఏళ్ళు సాగుతుంది ఇట్లనే.
Anyway, we are in Ankelila, right? Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we can continue this entire Prithvi Maharaj story.
That's a mention. Yeah, 16 chapters, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then 23. Maharaj Pruthi is going back home until 23. How many chapters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters tonight. So we will go that way then. We will spend good time there. So chapter 16 will start, okay? What is the chapter 16 entitled as? Praise of King Prutu by professional reciters. Actually, yeah, that's... No, this one also done, I think, right? I'm wondering, 1 second.
No, Prabhuji.
No, not done. Okay. We'll continue. Okay, then we'll continue. Okay, so start with text 1. Sure. Any interaction is there? Okay. Okay, so now we'll start with whoever joined now. Let me ask. Who joined now? Madhavi Mata, I'm saying. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, can you read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
No. This is the 16th chapter we are starting. In a continuation of Frutumara's appearance and coronation done. Now his activities, his pastimes completely. As one by one, we are reading the story. And different chapters we are completing. Until now, his father Vena. Vena's father Angi. What is it? Angana? What is his name? Anga.
Anga.
Okay. And different descendants actually. Dhruva Maharaj passed away, we have saw, right? So for example, description of the descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. All the names we have seen in these chapters. What are the personalities, their lineages, Manvaru, Manvaranlu, grandfathers like that. Huh? So story of the King Vena we have gone through it, and King Prutu's appearance of and coronation done. Now actual story begins from this chapter. Okay. Yeah. Praise of King Prutu by the sages, professional reciters. Text 1. Please continue with the translation as well as purport.
Okay, Prabhuji. Translation, Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki translation. The great sage Maitreya continued. While King Prudu thus spoke, the humility of his nectarian speeches pleased the reciters very much. Then again they continued to praise the king highly with exalted prayers, as they had been instructed by the great sages.
See, one
Here
thing.
the word.
Yeah, one thing.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
See, while King Prutu thus spoke, the humility of his nectarian speeches, he humbled himself in front of the sages. And they liked it. They continued to praise again. Still, it's not non-different.
Okay,
Krishna
question.
actually, Prutu Maharaj.
Yes. Parabol?
Yes.
Actually, Prithu, just now he born, right? So he got this, Prithu is like Palana Shakti, we know. So how can they know? Because as we are seeing, like Brahma knows because of his incarnation, he can understand. So others, how can they understand? How can they pray? He didn't do any activities, right? Just now he appeared, right? So further also they know everything. And because of incarnation of Lord as Prithu. How did they pray?
I think so. Yeah, that's where we are seeing how they can know. Definitely they can know because they only created this personality for the purpose, right? Bad things happen to the kingdom.
So they know he's the empowered incarnation. That's why he prayed and thinking of Lord Hari, right? Is it?
Yeah. See, sages and brahmanas are, these are the devotees of Krishna. They know, right? Krishna acted through them actually one way. I mean, ఏ తీసుకున్నా కూడా ఏ past time తీసుకున్నా కూడా sages chanted those mantras and two personalities.
ఇంకా ఆయన ఇప్పుడే కదా వచ్చింది. ఇంకా ఐ మీన్ హీ డిడ్ంట్ డూ ఎనీ యాక్టివిటీస్ కదా, ఏం తెలుస్తుంది అన్న వాళ్ళకి.
మాతాజీ వీళ్ళ ముందే జరిగింది కదా అంతా కూడా. వేణాన్ని చంపేయడం, పృథుని మొత్తం ఏం చేయడం
వాళ్ళే చేశారు.
అసెంబ్లీ ముందే జరిగింది కదా అంతా కూడా. అదంతా చూస్తున్నారు కదా వీళ్ళు. వాళ్ళ మార్క్స్ చిహ్నాలు కూడా వాళ్ళు ఆయన ప్రేస్ చేస్తే ఈయన కూడా వీళ్ళు కూడా చూసినట్టే కదా.
బ్రహ్మ
సో ఆల్రెడీ తెలుసు అనమాట వీళ్ళకి.
సో
కానీ ఇంకా కార్యాలు ఏమి మొదలు పెట్టకుండానే, కార్యసిద్ధి అవ్వకుండానే వీళ్ళు ప్రేస్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఆపమన్నాడు అంతే ఆయన. బట్ వీళ్ళందరికీ తెలుసు ఏ పరిస్థితిలో వేణాన్ని చంపారు, ఏ పరిస్థితిలో ఈయన పుట్టించారని.
So they know he is the incarnation of Lord Hari. So they are praying that perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
See, that's where they know the situation. That's why they need a right person. That's why they have chanted the mantras. That's why Prithu Maharaj appeared.
Yes.
Actually, Krishna only వాళ్ళ ద్వారా చేపిస్తున్నాడు, sages ద్వారా. Krishna directly చేయకుండా via medium, through these my devotees only. The sages is nothing but Krishna's devotees. Okay. Continue, Mataji.
Here the word Muni Choditaha indicates in the instructions received from great sages and saintly persons Although Maharaja Prithu was simply enthroned on the royal seat and was not at that time exhibiting his godly powers, the reciters like the Sutta and the Magadha and the Vandi understood that King Prithu was an incarnation of God. They could understand this by the instructions given by the great sages and learned Brahmanas. We have to understand the incarnations of God by the instructions of authorized persons. We can't manufacture a God by our own concoctions. As stated by Narottama Dasa Thakura, Sadhu Shastra Guru, one has to test all spiritual matters according to the instructions of saintly persons, scriptures, and the spiritual master. The spiritual master is one who follows the instructions of his predecessors, namely the sadhus or saintly persons. A bona fide spiritual master doesn't mention anything not mentioned in the authorized scriptures. Ordinary people have to follow the instructions of sadhu, shastra, and guru. Those statements made in the Shastras and those made by the bona fide sadhu or guru can't differ from one another. Reciters like the Sutta and the Magadha were confidentially aware that King Prithu was an incarnation of the personality of Godhead. Although the king denied such praise because he wasn't at the time exhibiting his godly qualities, the reciters did not stop praising him. Rather, they were very pleased with the king, who, although actually an incarnation of God, was so humble and delightful in his dealings with devotees. In this connection, we may note that previously, 4.15.21, it was mentioned that King Prithu was smiling and was in a pleasant mood while speaking to the reciters. Thus, we have to learn from the Lord or his incarnation how to become gentle and humble. The king's behavior was very pleasing to the reciters, and consequently, the reciters continued their praise and even foretold the king's future activities, as they had been instructed by the sadhus and sages. Nice.
ఆన్సర్ దొరికిందా అమ్మ?
Yes, yes. Guru
ప్రభుపాదనే
Sadhu.
ప్రభుపాదనే క్లియర్ చెప్తాడు. దే నో
They
బికాస్
just
దే ఓన్లీ
followed.
క్రియేటెడ్.
Yeah, they followed Guru as a Brahma
And
Deva.
all the time we say, right, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, right?
వాళ్ళు చెప్పినట్టే వినాలి. వాళ్ళు ఏది చెప్తే అది. ఎందుకంటే
Why?
there is
Because they are not different. No difference.
different.
శాస్త్ర అదే చెప్తుంది, సాధు అదే చెప్తున్నారు, గురువు కూడా అదే చెప్తున్నారు.
So we
They are
have
not
to
deviating
follow.
the instructions of Krishna. Both same.
Yes,
Because
yes.
Guru follows them, Shastra tells as it is, Sadhu follows.
తద్విద్ది ప్రణిపాతేనలాగా. అండ్ హియర్ ప్రభుజీ, ఇది సూత అనేది ఒక సెక్టా లేకపోతే సూత ఇస్ నేమ్? ఇక్కడ రోమహర్షణ సూత వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయి సూత మహర్షి కదా. సో సూత అంటే ఇట్స్ సెక్టా ప్రభుజీ?
వీళ్ళందరూ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ రిసైటర్స్ మాతాజీ. సూత అనేవాళ్ళు ఒక టైప్ ఆఫ్ రిసైటేషన్స్ చేస్తారు, వాండి వాళ్ళు ఇంకొకలాగా చేస్తారు అనమాట. ఒకళ్ళు ట్రంపెట్ బ్యాచ్ ఉంటది, ఇంకొకళ్ళేమో ఇది ఉంటది కదా, దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, బోరా. ట్రంపెట్ కాకుండా ఇంకోటి ఉంటది కదా, దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, అట్లాంటి వాళ్ళు ఒకళ్ళేమో డ్రమ్ములు వాయించేవాళ్ళు. సో వాండి, మగధ, సూత అంటే ఈ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ బార్డ్స్ అన్నమాట వీళ్ళందరూ కూడా.
మరి కమింగ్ టు అవర్ సూత మహర్షి,
రోమహర్షణ సూత, సన్ ఆఫ్ రోమహర్షణ, అంతే.
సో సూత అనేది వాళ్ళ పేరు అన్నట్టు అక్కడ
పేరు మాతాజీ, డిసెండెంట్ అన్నమాట అక్కడ.
రోమహర్షణ సూత వాళ్ళ అబ్బాయి సూత మహర్షి కదా,
సూత గోస్వామి,
మన భాగవతం రిసైటర్.
ఆయన అక్కడ విన్నారు, మళ్ళీ
పేరు ఇక్కడేమో ఇట్స్ పర్టికులర్
కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ రిసైటర్స్, సెక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ రిసైటర్స్, బ్యాచ్లు అన్నమాట.
ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ కూడా సూత మహర్షి చెప్పినప్పుడు చెప్తారు కదా, ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఛందస్సు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ హర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ అని చెప్తారు కదా. అప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ లైక్ మీరు చెప్పమన్నప్పుడు నైమిషారణ్య సేజెస్ అడిగినప్పుడు చెప్తారు కదా, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ క్వాలిఫైడ్, బర్డ్స్ డిఫరెంట్ గా ఎగురుతాయి, సో నేను కూడా ఎంత ఎగరాలి, ఐ మీన్ నాకు ఎంత తెలుసో నేను అంతే చెప్తా, బికాజ్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ వెల్ నోన్ అబౌట్ దిస్ ఆల్ దిస్ అని చెప్తారు కదా, అందుకు అడిగా అన్నట్టు
అని చెప్పి 18,000 శ్లోకాలు చెప్తారు మాతాజీ. జనరల్లీ హ్యూమిలిటీ వాళ్ళది.
ఓకే ఓకే. Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yes. Let me read now. Text 2. The reciters, translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The reciters continued. Dear King, you are a direct incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. And by His causeless mercy, you have descended to this earth. Therefore, it is not possible for us to actually glorify your exalted activities. Although you have appeared through the body of King Vena, even great orators and speakers like Lord Brahma and other demigods cannot exactly describe the glorious activities of your lordship. Purport. In this word, Mayaya means by your causeless mercy. Maya Duratya. That's where the other sloka in Bhagavad Gita. Mayaya, by your causeless mercy. The Mayavadi philosophers see the meaning, see Bhagavantani mercy kedana cause avasarama. Causeless, right? There is no reason to show Krishna's mercy. He is always available. If just one, ఇది అంటాం కదా మన preaching లో. If we one step forward to Krishna, Krishna will pull you again 100 steps. Come closer to him. Causeless mercy. Ocean of mercy. The Mayavadi philosophers explain the word Maya as meaning illusion or falseness. However, there is another meaning of Maya, that is causeless mercy. There are two kinds of Maya, Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. Okay, Mahamaya is an expansion of Yoga Maya. And both these Mayas are different expressions of the Lord's internal potencies. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord appears through his internal potencies, Atma Mayaya. We should therefore reject the Mayavada explanation that the Lord appears in a body given by the external energy, external potency, the marginal energy, material energy. The Lord and his incarnation are fully independent and can appear anywhere and everywhere by virtue of the internal potency. Very important point by Prabhupada. The Lord and his incarnation are fully independent and can appear anywhere. That's why Nitya Lila Pravishta we say, right? Nitya Lilas, Krishna's pastimes are appearing in some other universes now, continuously, without any stop. Anywhere and everywhere by virtue of the internal potency. Although born out of the so-called dead body, so-called dead body of King Vena, King Prithu was still an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of God by the Lord's internal potency. That's where we see glorious passing, glorious things. The Lord can appear in any family. Sometimes he appears in a fish incarnation, as a fish incarnation, Matsya Avatara, or a boar incarnation, Varaha Avatara, and thus the Lord is completely free and independent to appear anywhere and everywhere by his internal potency. It is stated that Ananta, an incarnation of the Lord who has unlimited mouths, cannot reach the end of his glorification of the Lord. Ananta Shesha. Although Ananta has been describing the Lord since time immemorial, even cannot reach the glories, unlimited glories. Unlimited glories. So what to speak of demigods like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and others? It is said that the Lord is Shiva Virinchi Nutam, always worshipped by demigods like Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. If the demigods cannot find adequate language to express the glories of the Lord, then what to speak of others? Consequently, reciters like the Suta and Magadha felt inadequate to speak about King Prithu. By glorifying the Lord with exalted verses, one becomes purified. Why we have to glorify? Why we have to chant? Prabhupada, this is a process of purifying our existence. Prabhupada ne rasu, bale rasu words. This is purify our existence. Words, English, so nice. Purify our existence. Why we need to chant? To purify our existence. Although we are unable to offer prayers to the Lord in an adequate fashion, our duty is to make the attempt in order to purify ourselves. It is not that we should stop our glorification because demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot adequately glorify the Lord. Rather, as stated by Prahlad Maharaja, everyone should glorify the Lord according to his own ability. If we are serious and sincere devotees, the Lord will give us the intelligence to offer prayers properly. So Krishna only gives that intelligence. What is that verse? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogantam yena mam upayanti te. If a devotee serving Krishna with serious attempts, sincere services, with service and love, to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, constantly devoted to serving me with love. That is the meaning of the sloka. Constantly devoting to serving me with love. The seriousness and sincere devotees only does this quality. Constantly devoted to serving me with love. By doing so, what happens? I give the understanding. He gives the intelligence also to glorify him. And they can come to him, go back to him. Beautiful verse.
Yeah, ఇక్కడ ప్రహ్లాద్ మహారాజ్ ప్రభుపాద రాస్తారు 7th Canto when Prahlad Maharaja wants to offer the prayers. Actually, God is Uttama Shloka. He doesn't need our prayers because already the previous acharyas they praised Lord like Uttama Shloka with the beautiful and selected verses. We don't need to pray another prayer, but we have to pray or we have to glorify Lord for our purification. That's what Prabhupada writes in 7th Canto when Prahlad Maharaja wants to glorify. మనం మనల్ని ప్యూరిఫై చేసుకోవడానికి గాడ్ని ప్రే చేయాలి, ఎందుకంటే ప్రే చేయడం మనం కోసం కాదు. అండ్ గాడ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ గ్రేట్ అండ్ గాడ్ ఈజ్ గాడ్, రైట్? సో ఆల్రెడీ ఉత్తమ శ్లోక అని రాస్తారు, బాగా రాస్తారు.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. So in the Bhagavatam, there is a particular verse is there. You can glorify. There is no grammar. There is no this and that. No need. You can glorify. You can glorify anything, whatever you want, whatever you know. Krishna will accept. There is some verse is there. I forgot actually. We have studied in Vaibhava, Bhakti Vaibhava. We don't need to, poetic or grammarly or whatever, chandasu, whatever. Doesn't matter. You can glorify. Krishna will accept. Bhava Grahi Janardana. Akkadi nunchi vachinadi. Okay, next. Anybody wants to do? Chalo. Translation and purports. Haribol.
I read Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Yes. Translation purport based Prabhupada Kuji. Although we are unable to glorify you adequately, we nonetheless have a transcendental taste for glorifying our activities. We shall try to glorify you according to the instructions received from the authoritative sages and scholars. Whatever we speak, however, is always inadequate and very insignificant. Dear King, because you are a different incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all your activities are liberal and ever laudable.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
Perfect. However, expect one maybe he can never describe the glories of the Lord adequately, and unless those engaged in glorifying the activities of the Lord should try to do so as far as possible. Such an attempt will please the Supreme Person of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya has arrived, advised all his followers to go everywhere and preach the message of the Lord Krishna. Since the message is essentially Bhagavad Gita, the preacher's duty is to study the Bhagavad Gita as it is, understood by the disciple section and explained by great sages and learned devotees. One should speak to the general population in accordance with the one's predecessors, sadhu, guru, and shastras. This simple process is the the easiest method of which one can glorify the Lord. Devotional service, however, is the real method. For by devotional service, one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead with just a few words. Without devotional service, volumes of books cannot satisfy the Lord. Even the preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement may be unable to describe the glories of the Lord. They can nonetheless go anywhere, everywhere, and request people to chant Hare Krishna. Thank you, Professor.
So thank you. Even though preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement may be unable to describe the glories of the Lord, Ananta Leelalu, Ananta, unlimited glories, so they can nonetheless go everywhere and request people to chant Hare Krishna. Chant Hare Krishna, our way to glorify Supreme Lord, right? I mean, that is the only mantra all the time we are singing in temples. in our temples. Only one mantra, Maha Mantra. Mantra in a group, Kirtana. Mantra personally, it's a japa, right? That is a glorification only, right? We are chanting the holy names of the Lord. That means glorifying Krishna. Glorifying Krishna, purifying ourselves. Ing. Okay. So next, who wants to do?
ఈవెన్ డెమిగాడ్స్ టెంపుల్లో కూడా ప్రభుజీ, ఈవెన్ డెమిగాడ్స్ టెంపుల్స్ లో కూడా ఈ హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్రాన్ని పెడితే గనక అప్పుడు పీపుల్ విల్ చాంట్. డెమిగాడ్స్ టెంపుల్స్ లో ఏమవుతుంది, జస్ట్ అర్చన, మన కోరికలు కోరుకోవడం, దాంతోనే సరిపోతుంది ప్రభుజీ.
అదే కదా, అందుకే
ఇంకోటి ప్రభుజీ, కృష్ణ కూడా ఎంతమంది డెమిగాడ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసేపాటికి జనాలు కూడా డెమిగాడ్స్ కి అట్రాక్ట్ అయిపోయి, బికాస్ దే ఆర్ సాటిస్ఫైయింగ్ విత్ డెమిగాడ్స్ కదా. వాళ్ళ డిజైర్స్ అన్ని క్లియర్ అయిపోతున్నాయి వాళ్ళతో. దట్స్ వై దే ఆర్ నాట్ కమింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ మాయాన్ క్లచెస్.
They continue worship there only, of course, but not every time, Anyway, one has to come ultimately understand Krishna, not in this lifetime or maybe future lifetimes, because Krishna only the Mukunda. He is the real liberation. So other demigods, that is where materialistic activities, materialistic desires, one wants to experience or enjoy or wanting. Like Anya Devata, Krishna చెప్తారు. See, Bhagavad-gita, in the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna only ఏ అన్య దేవత.
అవిధి పూర్వకం అంటారు. ఇంకా
కానీ ప్రభుజీ, మనం ఇక్కడికి ఎందుకు వచ్చాం ప్రభుజీ? ద మెయిన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ఈజ్ ఫర్ సాటిస్ఫైయింగ్ అవర్ డిజైర్స్ ఉంది కదా.
ఎక్కడికి?
ఈ భౌతిక ప్రపంచానికి వచ్చింది ఎందుకు మనం?
రైట్.
ఓకే, సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ అది నాటిపోయి ఉంటది ఆ కోరికలు అనేవి. వాటి నుంచి బయటికి రావాలంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం.
కరెక్ట్, అంతా కూడా కరెక్ట్. ఇప్పుడు see, that's where we got this human body. That's why we have some desires, right? What we wanted to do. So Krishna is given, Prabhupada రాస్తారు కూడా ఈ వర్డ్ కూడా. That's why material nature awards the body based on your karma, activities or desires or whatever we call. And material nature awards. Material nature awards the body. Material nature అంటే ఎవరు మళ్ళా? కృష్ణుడే. Krishna only created all these elements. That's why, right? కృష్ణుడే కదా. మన బాడీలో 24 elements ఉంటాయి ప్రభు. In our body there are 24 elements, including prakriti also. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance also situated in our body. 24 elements. బయట కనబడితే మన దాంట్లో కూడా ఉంటాయి. అందుకే వీఆర్ మెటీరియల్ బాడీ అంటాం. మెటీరియల్. Because subjected to end. Material body is subjected to end. Whereas spirit soul, again, what kind of desires? Again, spirit soul is going to occupy next body. If you want to serve Krishna, no more bodies. You get the Swarupa, whatever relationship established. That's it. You are serving eternally in that Krishna. And one more thing, how many of you heard this situation now? That Swarupa Siddhi, only you have to fulfill. Nobody can replace it in the spiritual world. Because every soul is unique identity with Krishna. Identical. No, identical. Unique, actually. Unique identity with Krishna. That means you have to go back home, back to Godhead and fill that position. That's it. Vacancy అది మీకే ఆ జాబ్ పోస్టింగ్. ఓకే, సో ఆ జాబ్ లో వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ మీరు ఇంటర్నల్ గా సర్వ్ చేయాలి కృష్ణుని. దట్స్ వేర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. That's where we have to realize that. Of course, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the perfect understanding. We are all servants of Krishna only. But in that servant also, we get some relationship with Krishna. That over time, Krishna willing, Krishna's mercy, you will get that understanding and you will go back home in that relationship and serving that. And that's where it is. Okay, it is 9:02. Another Raju Prabhu lifted hand. You want to read? Then we'll stop with this, okay? I have some more things. Bhagavatam verses, okay? 7th canto.
Yes, Prabhu. Translation in Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: this king, Maharaja Prithu, is the best amongst those who are following religious principles. As such, he will engage everyone in the pursuit of religious principles and give those principles all protection. He will also be a great chastiser to the religious and atheistic purport. The duty of the king or the head of the government is described very nicely in this verse. It is the duty of governmental head to see that people strictly follow a religious life. A king should also be strict in chastising the atheist. In other words, an atheistic or godless government should never be supported by a king or governmental chief. That is the test of good government. In the name of secular government, the king or government head remains neutral and allows people to engage all sort of religious activities. In such a state, irreligious activities. In such a state, people cannot be happy despite all economic development. However, in this age of Kali, there are no pious kings. Instead, rogues and thieves are elected to the head of government. But how can the people be happy without religion and God consciousness? The rogues exert taxes from the citizens for their own sense enjoyment. In the future, the people will be so much harassed that, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, they will flee from their homes and country and take shelter in the forest. However, in Kali Yuga, uh, democratic government can be captured by Krishna conscious people. However, in Kali Yuga, democratic government can be captured by Krishna conscious people. If this can be done, the general populace can be made very happy.
Prabhupada as 1960s la. In the name of the secular government, the king or governmental head remains neutral and allows people to engage in all sorts of irreligious activities. In such a state, people cannot be happy. In such a state, people cannot be happy, despite all economic development. Right? The leaders are like that. People also on and off. No happiness. Because Prabhupada, kings are who are the rogues and thieves are elected to head the government. So how can the people be happy without religion and God? It's a simple formula, right? Simple thing, King has to have a properly situated, follow the principles, Here the intelligent class of like mantri, kingdom lo mantri untaru kada. So mantri is the intelligent class of people. They give the directions or advices how to run the country, a kingdom. If they follow, the people also automatically become happy. That's why Ayodhya, Ramarajya అంటారు కదా. When we talk about రామరాజ్యంలో అందరూ సుఖ సంతోషాలతో ఉండేవారు అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడది అది? అందరూ దౌర్భాగ్య దీనావస్థలో ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్ అది. హ్యాపీనెస్ ఉన్నట్టే ఉంటుంది కానీ మొత్తం కరప్షన్ చెప్పకూడదు. But Prabhupada writes last line, however in Kali Yuga, okay, democratic government can be captured, he used the word, captured by Krishna conscious people. If this can be done, that means he wanted to have a people who have practicing bhakti yoga and situated in the administrative positions or political leaders. Then possibility is there. Okay, let me see 11th candidate. Who is there? Two persons I am seeing. Okay, one more verse. Let me see. Mana Kant Prabhu and then Sarasaradika Mataji. Okay. So who wants to read quickly? Another 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, please continue.
Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This king alone in his own body will be able to due course of time to maintain all living entities and keep them in pleasant condition by manifesting himself as a different demigods to perform various departmental activities. Thus, he will maintain the upper planetary system by inducing the populace to perform Vedic sacrifices. In due course of time, he will also maintain this earthy planet by discharging proper rainfall. Purport: the demigods in charge of the various
So actually ఇది పెద్దగా ఉంది. సో ఈ ఒక పారాగ్రాఫ్ చదవండి. రిమైనింగ్ ఐ విల్ గివ్ ఇట్ టు మాతాజీ. ఓకే.
Okay. The demigods in charge of various departmental activities that maintain this world are but assistants to the supreme personality of a godhead. When an incarnation of a godhead descends to this planet, demigods like the sun god, the moon god, or the king of heaven, Indra, all join him. Consequently, the incarnation of the godhead is able to act for the departmental demigods to keep the planetary system in the order. The protection of the earthly planet is depend on a proper rainfall, and as stated in Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures, sacrifices are performed to please those demigods who are in charge of rainfall. Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna, yes, thank you, Prabhu. That verse is starting with that. Okay, what is Krishna is telling that, dependent on proper rainfall. So continue, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandak Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि पर्जन्यात् अन्न संभवः यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यो यज्ञाः कर्म समुद्भवः. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. Bhagavad Gita 3.14.
Yeah.
Thus, the proper execution of yajna, sacrifice, is required. As indicated herein, King Prithu alone would induce all the citizens to engage in such sacrificial activities so that there would be scarcity or distress. In Kali Yuga, however, in the so-called secular state, the executive branch of government is in the charge of so-called kings and presidents who are all fools and rascals, ignorant of the intricacies of nature's causes and ignorant of the principles of sacrifice. Such rascals simply make various plans which always fail, and the people subsequently suffer disturbances. To counteract this situation, the Shastras advise Harer Nama Namaiva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva Gatir Anyata. Thus, in order to counteract this unfortunate situation in government, the general populace is advised to chant the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah. బాగా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ వాయిస్ ఉంది మాది. నెక్స్ట్ టైం కొద్దిగా సిట్ ఇన్ నైస్ ప్లేస్ మాది. Okay.
Yes.
This is the thing Krishna is telling, Annat Bhavati Bhutani Parjanyad Anna Sambhava. Anna. Telangana Anna kaadu, okay. Anna means food grains. Parjanyad Anna Sambhava. Yajnad Bhavati Parjanyo. Yajna Karma Samudbhava. Every instruction is beautiful actually. Krishna, whatever Krishna says, Krishna said. Of course, Krishna is saying to us now in the present tense. Yajna needs to be done. Otherwise, how he can bestow? All living entities, bodies subsist on food grains, which are produced from rains. Varuna Devudu, Vayu Devudu, Surya Bhagavanudu. Department of Prabhupada, right? See, the demigods in charge of the various departmental activities. Moon, what is that? Rain department, fire department, air department. Prabhupada somewhere is writes like that. Yeah. Produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. Yajna is born of prescribed duties. And Prabhupada immediately remembering, what kind of yajna we can do right now in this video, in the age of Kali. Sankirtana yajna. Because it's prescribed in Kali Santara Upanishad. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized it many times, or he exemplified in his life. All the time, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Nama. Kevalam. Kalau Nasteva. Gatiranyata. In order to counteract Prabhupada, in order to counteract this unfortunate situation in government, the general populace, all of us, is advised to chant the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we'll stop here with this verse, text 5. We'll continue from text 6 tomorrow. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prutu Maharaj ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, we'll continue our Bhaktivedanta slokas. Let me share a few things. Mana Prabhu, Lalit Mohan Prabhu. This is the thing, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
సో ఏంటంటే ప్రభు మిగతా కూడా చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 1 వీక్ అంతా కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం కానీ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఐ వాంట్ టు గో త్రూ విత్ దిస్. ఐ హ్యావ్ అప్డేటెడ్ దిస్ వన్ ప్రభు. టెక్స్ట్ ఈ 17 of 8th chapter ప్రభు. Lord Narsimha Dev slays the king of the demons. That is the one verse is there. Satyam Vidhatum ఒకటి. Then chapter 9 Prahlada pacifies Lord Narsingadev with prayers. There is 2 verses there. Manye dhana abhijana rupa tapa suta. And then yeah, yes. And then 7 yan maitunadi gruhamedi sukamittucham. Okay, that is there. And then text to 1 of 12th chapter. Again, different past time. The perfect society, 4 spiritual classes. Shri Narada Uvacha, it starts with that. So that's where as a part of the slokas. So we'll do this one today. Slays the demons, okay? Satyam Vidatam Jabritya Bhasitam.
Sorry, bro. Next sloka is now Satyam Vidatam, na?
Yeah, అంతకుముందు ఇది చేసినాం కదా లాస్ట్ వీక్. నైషామ్యతి స్థావదురు క్రమాంగ్రిం. ఎస్, ఇవన్నీ చేద్దాం మళ్ళీ. యాక్చువల్ గా టోటల్ 9 ఉన్నాయి ప్రభు. 5 + 4 టోటల్ 9 ఉన్నాయి. మళ్ళీ చేద్దాం అన్ని కలిసి కూర్చొని ఒకటే స్లైడ్ లో పెడదాం. ఒక 1 వీక్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
మహీయశాం పాదరజాభిషేకం అది లాస్ట్ టైం చేసాం కదా.
మహీషాం పాదరజాభిషేకం చేద్దాం, చేయండి. ఫస్ట్ లెట్ మీ రీడ్ ఒకసారి synonyms and translation చెప్తాను ప్రభు. Then you continue. Satyam, true. Vidhatum, to prove. Jijabritya bhashitam, the words of his own servant Prahlad Maharaja, who had said that his Lord is present everywhere. Vyapittim, the pervasion. Cha, Vyaptim, sorry. Vyaptim, the pervasion. Okay. Cha and Bhuteshu, among the living entities and elements. Akhileshu, all. Cha, also. Atmana, of himself. Adrishyata, was seen. Ati, very. Adbhuta, wonderful. Rupam, form. Udvahan, taking. Stambhe, in the pillar. Sabhayam, within the assembly. Na, not. Mrugam, an animal. Na, nor. Manusham, a human being. So, అది కిల్లింగ్ ద హిరణ్యకశిపు అదే కదా. ఓకే, ఇది స్తంభం నుంచి వచ్చేది ఇదే కదా.
అంటే వాళ్ళు ఆ పిల్లవాడు చెప్పింది నా భక్తుడు, మా పరమ భక్తుడైన పిల్లవాడు చెప్పిన మాటలు నిజం చేయాలని వస్తాడు అని ఉంటుంది అనమాట ఈ శ్లోక.
అంటే ఆ టైంలో స్తంభాన్ని బద్దలు తీసుకొని వస్తాడు అంతే కదా.
అంటే వాళ్ళ భక్తుని నిజం చేయడానికి వచ్చాడు కానీ ఇతను చంపడానికి రాలేదని ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఇతను చంపడానికి ఎవరైనా సరిపోతారు, కానీ మెయిన్ ఎందుకు వచ్చాడు, భక్తుడి మాట నిజం చేయడానికి వచ్చాడు అనమాట. అది ఈ శ్లోక యొక్క అర్థం.
To prove that the statement of his servant Prahlad Maharaja was substantial. In other words, to prove that the Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus the Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. The assembly hall in a few months back, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months back, in the cinema hall also. Mahavatar Narsimha movie, great successful. అది 40 crores తో తీసి 300 crores సంపాదించింది ప్రభు. తెలుసు కదా స్టోరీ. డివోటీస్ అట్లాంటి రావాలి యాక్చువల్గా మూవీస్. ఎవ్రీబడి నైస్లీ ఎంజాయ్ యాక్చువల్లీ. చూసారా ప్రభు మీరు?
ఎస్ ప్రభు, పిల్లల్ని తీసుకెళ్ళి చూసిన ప్రభు.
Nicely presented actually. Gauranga Prabhu also there. Gauranga Prabhu also consulted the directors of their team. How do we present? A writer కూడా కృష్ణకాంత్ డివోటే ఉన్నట్టున్నాడు. యా ఓకే ప్రభు, ఇది ఒకసారి చేసి ఒకసారి చేయండి, ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాము.
సరే ప్రభుజీ, ఒకసారి అర్థాలు చెప్తాను కొంచెం లైన్ ఇయ్యి, ఆ తర్వాత చేస్తాను. ఓకే, సో అందరూ వింటున్నారా? హరిబోల్.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
My favorite topic. Yeah.
ఓకేనా? లైన్ టు లైన్ ఒకసారి మనం వర్డ్స్ మన తెలుగుకి సంస్కృతం చాలా దగ్గరగా ఉంటుంది, సో ఈజీగా అర్థం అవుతాయి ఒక్కసారి. ఓకేనా? వింటే ఫస్ట్ ఏంటిది? సత్యం విధాతుం అంటే ప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి నిజమని. ఏదంట? నిజభృత్య భాషితం. నిజభృత్య అంటే వాళ్ళ అసలైన భక్తుడు అనమాట. భగవంతుడి యొక్క అసలైన భక్తులు ఉంటారు కదా, భాషితం వాళ్ళ నోట్లోంచి వచ్చే పదాలని నిజం, సత్యం విధాతం. ఓకే, నిజ భక్తుడి యొక్క నోట్లోంచి వచ్చే మాటలను సత్యం చేయడానికి ఆ మాటలు ఏంటంట, ఆ భక్తుడు ఏం చెప్పాడంట, అది సెకండ్ లైన్. వ్యాప్తించ భూతేష్వ అఖిలేషు చాత్మన. ఓకే, వ్యాప్తిం అంటే మొత్తం వ్యాపించి ఉంటాడనమాట. చ ఆల్సో భూతేష్వ ప్రతి జీవిలోను, అఖిలేషు చ ఆత్మన. అఖిలేషు అంటే నాన్ లివింగ్ ఎంటిటీస్ లో కూడా అనమాట. ముందు భూతేశ్వరం వచ్చింది కదా, అఖిలేషు అంటే నాన్ లివింగ్ అని కూడా అనమాట, దాన్ని కూడా ఇంక్లూడింగ్. చ ఆత్మన పరమాత్మ కింద ఇలా ప్రతి దాంట్లోనూ ఉంటాడంట భగవంతుడు. అదృశ్యత, అదృశ్యం అంటే మేనిఫెస్టెడ్, ఆయన బయటకు వచ్చాడనమాట, అవతరించాడు ఆయన. అదృశ్యత అత్య అద్భుత, చాలా అద్భుతమైన రూపం, ఆ రూపం దాల్చాడనమాట. ఉద్వహన్ అంటే దాల్చడం. ఓకే, ఎక్కడి నుంచి దాల్చాడు? స్తంభే. ఆ స్తంభం ఎక్కడుంది? సభాయాం. స్తంభే సభాయం న మృగం న మానుషం. అది మృగంలో లేదు, మనుషుల్లో లేదు. ఓకేనా? అర్థమైంది? కంటెక్స్ట్ అర్థమైందా? సత్యం విధాతం నిజభృత్య భాషితం. నిజభృత్తి అంటే వాళ్ళ భక్తుడు అన్నమాట. ప్రభు, ఐఎమ్ గెటింగ్ సమ్ వాట్ ఈస్ రీసౌండ్ ఆఫ్ మై ఓన్ దిస్ థింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ సమ్ మొబైల్. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఓకే. ఆ నిజభృత్తి అంటే ఏంటి? వాళ్ళ భక్తుడు ఏం చెప్పాడంట? భాషితం ఏం చెప్పాడు? వ్యాప్తించ భూతేషు అఖిలేషు చాత్మన. ఆయన వ్యాపించి ఉంటాడు, పరమాత్మలాగా వ్యాపించి ఉంటాడు. ఎక్కడ? లివింగ్ ఎంటిటీస్, నాన్ లివింగ్ ఎంటిటీస్ లో కూడా. ఓకేనా? అది ప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి ఈయన వచ్చాడనమాట. అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత. అదృశ్యం అంటే మేనిఫెస్ట్ అవ్వడం, అత్యద్భుతంగా. ఓకే, రూపం ఉద్వహన్, ఆ రూపం అత్యద్భుతంగా ఉందనమాట. అట్లా మేనిఫెస్ట్ అయ్యాడు ఆయన. ఎక్కడి నుంచి? స్తంభే సభాయాన్, సభలో ఉన్న స్తంభం నుంచి వచ్చాడనమాట. ఆ రూపం ఎలా ఉందంటే మనిషి కాదు, అంటే మృగము కాదు, అలా ఉందంట. ఒక ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండ్ డిఫికల్ట్ వర్డ్ ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ, చాలా టంగ్ ట్విస్టర్ ఇది. నాతో ఒకసారి అందరూ చెప్పండి. ఓకేనా? ఒక 6-7 టైమ్స్ ఇచ్చేసాక ఒక శ్లోకం. ఇది కనుక మీరు చేయలేదంటే మీకు హరిబోలే ఇంక శ్లోకం. ఓకే, అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అద్భుత.
అదృశ్యతాదద్భుత.
అదృశ్యతాదద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యత అత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుత. చెప్పండి.
అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుత.
అద్భుత రూపం.
అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుత.
అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుత.
ఓకే, నౌ ఎవ్రీ లైన్ 3 times. సత్యం విధాతుం నిజభృత్య భాషితం.
నిజభృత్య భాషితం.
సత్యం విధాతుం నిజభృత్య భాషితం.
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितम्
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितम्
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितम्
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् 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 ఇది ఇంకొకసారి చేద్దాము రెండుసార్లు చేద్దాము లైన్ అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుతరూపముద్వహన్ అదృశ్యతాత్యద్భుతరూపముద్వహన్ स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
स्तब्धे
स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
स्तम्भे सभायां
स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
स्तम्भे सभायां
Two lines together now. Satyam vidhatum nijavritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshvakileshu chatmanah.
सत्यं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
Satyam vidhatum nijavritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshvakileshu chatmanah.
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्य भाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्यभाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः
अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम् अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
अदृश्यताद्यं
All four lines together, two times. Then we can take, we can conclude the call. Two times only. Okay. Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam व्यापिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्य भाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु
अखिलेषु
अदृश्यतात् अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपम् उत्तमम्
अदृश्यताद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन्
स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न
न
मानुषम्
मृगं न मानुषम्
सत्यं विधातुं निजभृत्य भाषितं व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु चात्मनः अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन् स्तम्भे सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
सत्यं
सत्यं
विधातुं
विधातुं
निजभृत् भाषितं
निजभृत्याभाषितं
व्याप्तिं
व्याप्तिं च भूतेष्वखिलेषु
भूतेष्वखिलेशात्मनः
चात्मनः
अदृश्यतात्यद्भुतरूपम्
अदृश्यताद्भुतरूपमुद्वहन्
स्तम्भे
स्तम्भे
सभायां न मृगम्
सभायां न मृगं न मानुषम्
Giriraj Prabhu, thank you so much, Prabhuji. I can conclude the call.
రిసెర్చ్ చేయమంటారా ప్రభుజీ?
లేదు గిరిరాజ్ బాబు పడుకోవాలి ప్రభు. ఆయనకు ఆల్రెడీ మనం వీఆర్ ఎక్స్టెండింగ్ లైక్ ఎనీథింగ్.
అవును
ఐ థింక్
12 అయిందా ప్రభుజీ అక్కడ?
డేట్ దాటిపోయి ఉంటుంది ప్రభు నాకు.
అవును
12 అయిపోయింది ప్రభు. టూ మచ్ 12 టూ మచ్. ఓకే మరి ఎనీవే
గుడ్ నైట్ ప్రభు.
కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్ నైస్ ఏం కాదులేండి. ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. వాంఛాకల్పతరుభ్యశ్చ కృపా సింధుభ్యశ్చ పతితానాం పావనేభ్యో వైష్ణవేభ్యో నమో నమః. అనంత కోటి వైష్ణవ వృందకి జై.
జై
జై గురు శిల ప్రభుపాద్ కి జై. నితాయ్ గౌర హరి ప్రేమానందే హరి హరి బోల్. ఇట్స్ మండే, కృష్ణ కాన్షియస్ మండే ఓన్లీ. థాంక్ గాడ్ ఇట్స్ ఫ్రైడే ఎట్లా చెప్తామో ఎవ్రీ డే ఇస్ a thank God Monday also, thank God Tuesday also, every day is Krishna's day only, right? Thank you so much. Have a nice Krishna conscious day.
హరే కృష్ణ
Hare
ప్రభుజీ
Krishna.
మాతాజీ దండవత్
హరే
ప్రణామ్
కృష్ణ.
everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji's Dandot Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji, and Prabhuji.